Hello everyone. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to name a compound. Actually, there are three ways to name a compound. When there's a metal together with non-metals, when there's a metal together with the non-metals and oxygens, when there's a non-metals and together with non-metals. So let's see with the first way. When there's a metal together with non-metals. The question give you is sodium as a metal, which is belong to group 1. And chlorine is a group 7, belong to non-metals. Metals, non-metals. The non-metals behind element name, change it to be IDE. So it will become, copy back your metals, which is sodium, chloride, IDE. From INE, change it into IDE. Okay, second example, aluminium given, which is belong to group 3. It is add as metals. As for sulfur, it is belong to group 6 as non-metal. So same things, the behind element name, change it into IDE. Copy back your metal, aluminium sulfate. Okay, so we're done for our first way to name a compound, which when you see there's a metal together with non-metal, the non-metal you need to change it into IDE. So now we are going to second way to name a compound. When you see there is a metal, when there is a non-metals, and when there is an oxygen. So what to do with this? The question given you, magnesium together with nitrogens and oxygens. So we know that this magnesium is belong to group 2, add as metal. Nitrogen is belong to group 5, add as non-metals. And these non-metals together with oxygens, the behind element name we change it to ATE. So it will become nitrate. So which is copy back your metal and nitrate, magnesium nitrate. Now second example, so you can see when the question given you the same metals using, which is the magnesium, metal using is magnesium. And then change with the carbon and oxygen, change our element name become ATE at the behind. So at the end, you will get magnesium carbonate. Okay, so there are a lot of the things that you need to change it. So these are the list that I give to you. So let's say you are facing with the nitrogen together with oxygen. So these are the nitrate, ATE at the behind. And when you're facing with the sulfur and oxygen here, so here with the ATE at the behind becomes sulfate. Okay, so carbon and oxygen, so here become carbonate. When you mix with the bromide and oxygen, it will become bromate. And here chlorate and iodate. Okay, so this is the second method, which is metal with the non-metal and oxygen. You need to change the non-metal and oxygen become ATE. So now this is the third method when it is the non-metals and non-metals together. Okay, we are not using the IDE or ATE anymore. But what you need to use is the second non-metal also need to use back the IDE. And this is the theory, or this is the name that you need to use it when you are solving the question, when both elements they give you is non-metal. When you have one atoms, we use it at mono. When we have a 2 atoms, we use it at di. 3 atoms, tri. 4, tetra. 5, penta. 6, hexa. 7, hepta. And 8, octa. However, there's a special case when you're answering the non-metals and non-metals one. If first element, which is add as a non-metal, is only 1 atoms. So no need to put your mono as the beginning of the compound name. the mono will be used when your second element act as a non-metal, it is remain as one atoms. So let's see the example. The first one, NO. So here we have the one nitrogen, which is belong to group 5, non-metals, and this O, okay, is belong to oxygen in the group 6. So group 5 and group 6 both are non-metals. So that's why we are using this rule. And just now I mentioned that when the first non-metals is only one atoms, we cannot start with the mono. We just ignore about the mono. This mono only used for the second non-metals. So this one just copy back nitrogens. And how many oxygen? One oxygen. So we are using mono. And the behind, remember to put it or change it into IDE. So nitrogen monoxide. Okay, so now we go to the next question. Let's say CCl. So originally C is belong to one carbon, okay? And second one, Cl4. So which means you are using 4 chlorine. So that's why this one, first non-metal elements, no need to put mono, copy back the name carbon. And the second non-metals here, they are 4 chlorine, right? So that's why we are using the name over here. Tetra belongs to 4, so tetra and chlor, IDE, tetrachloride. So these are the simplest way to teach you guys how to name a compound which is in metals and non-metals, change it to IDE, which is in metals with non-metals and oxygen, change it to ATE, and lastly, non-metals and non-metals. Okay, thank you everyone. The video is until here.